Here's Dan Shapiro to help you find your edge, master your process, and own your future.
Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to another edition of the consolidates nightly wrap-up show. Hope everybody is doing well. Guys, take a second out. Again, thank you very much for tuning in, spending a couple of minutes out. But again, all I ask is take a moment out and hit that like button, support the channel. Again, hopefully I will continue to do my best to point you in the right direction. Again, nothing really report major from the index front. You got the NASDAQ taking a breath, basically flat on the day. You got the S&P basically flat on the day. The Dow down 400 points. But honestly, man, look at the run the Dow has been on pretty much a rest day there. And that's the most important thing. These are good things. When you have market structure, big aggressive expansion days, followed by rest days, that's exactly what you need on a very healthy market. The last thing you want to see a scenario of too far, too fast, and even the most aggressive bulls will start getting into a buyer's strike. So far, very, very good organic flow with the market. Some headlines, again, should be very, very aware of. Trump just giving the Fed chair the big FU over and over and over again. Announced expects to pick a new Fed chair within the next few weeks. Again, the market didn't like that initial news on the futures side on Sunday, didn't care on Monday, rally pretty much Tuesday, and pretty much where we are right now, a little bit of a rest. The one thing that nobody wants to hear is escalated headlines between the United States and Iran. Again, it's war. Nobody wants war. The market doesn't like uncertainty. Healthy economies are kind of stimulated by warring, right? But again, nobody ever wants to see innocent lives lost on any front. So again, volatility could pick up with more headlines coming out of Iran. But the most important part, and again, I continue to talk about every single night, is being prepared, right? Being prepared. 90% of everything you do should come from your previous night's preparation. If you watch the videos every week, every day, whatever the case may be, you'll notice there's a formula, right? The stocks that we highlight, that we talk about, that we're ready for confirmation, if they confirm, they're probably going to be the ones that are going to do very, very well. I'm going to try to keep this update a little bit short and sweet. I got my daughter's basketball game coming up, but let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about a very good day today. Very, very good day today. So let's talk about it. IREN. We talked about last night's video, first close above the 50-day moving average. Again, all these stocks need is a second-day confirmation to get on a second run. Here was IREN, right? IREN, here it is. Got above yesterday's highs, pretty much closed at the highs with big expanding candles the last couple of days. So IREN was good. We talked about CIFR, not the biggest move, but this is now the highest close in the whole formation, 1831. CIFR got to like 19 and change, but now this is now the highest close in this whole formation. Again, $18 stock. What do you expect to get a $50 move at an $18 stock? Again, this is why I trade mega cap technology. Oracle, not a big move. I thought you were going to get a big confirmation second day move. Went up about $1.50, $2, and then kind of just died on a vine. But this is the big one, right? There's two big ones today. There were really two big ones today, both on the short side. The first one was Meta. We talked about it last night. Again, over the 50-day moving average, stocks have life. Below the 50-day moving average, again, you don't want to be long on that interval. 641.22 is a short. That's the 50-day breakdown we discussed in the last night's video, and the stock got destroyed. I mean, this is right from the open, man. Went down 16 straight points, 17 points right at the open. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal move on Meta. Congratulations for all you guys who caught Meta. Tesla, I traded today two bounces that were really, really good. The last one, it never confirmed the upside channel, so we bounced it twice. The second one was off the 50-day moving average on the retest today of an inside day. We got long right at the 50-day moving average. I'm holding a small runner on the 644 area. Hopefully tomorrow it'll get back above yesterday's channel and starts sparking back up. Again, we continue to see some pretty aggressive call buying coming in. We're still seeing the 455s, 460s, and the 465 weekly. So nice organic res day today on Tesla. Retested back to 50-day moving average, held perfectly, and now bouncing. All we need is a reclaim of yesterday's channel, and we should take off. So that was really, really good. As well, CRWV did not give a second day. PEW that we talked about last night's video did not give a trade. And Apple, I kind of like Apple, man. And again, there's nothing imminent about the chart. There's nothing screaming you have to buy it, but it keeps on for 4 days in a row. This is kind of called the sellers are getting tired, even though it's not price improving, really dramatic and expansion. It's starting to put in 4 consecutive days of higher lows. That's a big deal, right? It's 4 days in a row of higher lows, closing higher than the open, hence why you see the green candles. So all Apple needs to do is just get back above the 5-day. If it could get back above the 5-day moving average, and you can see back-to-back days got rejected, but if Apple could get back above the 5-day moving average, I think it could finally start expanding. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on Apple. And Microsoft was awesome. Was really, really great. Just like Meta. It wasn't exactly the same setup, but Microsoft 6950, that was last week's or 2 weeks ago's lows. If it builds below, it can flush. It flushed. It really, really flushed. I got short on the 469. Beautiful move. I mean, really, really beautiful moves. You had Meta and Microsoft imploding. We caught some really good bounces on Tesla today. Hopefully it can start moving up as well. So all in all, it was a pretty solid session. I'm pretty happy about it. And the most important part is what happens next, right? Again, from the macro point of view, no news is good news. That's a very, very big deal. And now the question is to finding names that could reclaim bigger levels for tomorrow. So let me give you guys some ideas for tomorrow. And if you have been following me on social media for years and years and years, especially Twitter, you'll start to realize the last couple of days I've been really not as active anymore. Again, like I said, I think my whole Twitter activity, I'll post some, 2-3 times for the day, but I'm not going to be pretty much active there anymore. It's just kind of ran its course. It's just like the same thing over and over again. If you are interested in pivots, check out the live webinar, 30 days, kick the tires and see if it's a right fit for you. But it's just, I'll be around here and there, but I'm not going to go into details on a day-to-day basis anymore. So let me give you guys some ideas to watch. We just talked about Apple for tomorrow. Let's watch potentially AMD as well. AMD today got rejected off the 50-day moving average. That's a big deal because if a stock reclaims back the 50-day moving average, yeah, it's a good thing. So I definitely want to keep an eye on AMD for a potential reclaim of the 50-day moving average. Same thing with Avago, right? Same thing with Avago. You got Avago, got rejected now, got rejected January 2nd off the 50-day moving average, got rejected today off the 50-day moving average. Guess what? It needs to reclaim the 50-day moving average. We saw some pretty good call buying as well. If somebody was coming in for the 360s and the 365 weeklies coming in for Avago. So AMD, I'm watching for potential 50-day remount. Avago, I'm watching for potential 50-day remount. Roblox woke up from the dead today, like Freddy Krueger and Jason, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freaky Friday, Friday the 13th, rolled into one. Look at the expansion bar. Wow, right? The first sign of life in like forever. So I want to keep an eye on this thing for a potential day 2 move. And the Bitcoin stocks, right? Bitcoin back above 94,000 at the time of this recording. MSTR is coming out of this base here. I don't love it. Like I was telling people today in the webinar, I don't love it, but I like it enough to at least to watch it. If it could get back above the 34 EMA, I'll be interested. It's not just something I love, but it's something that I definitely want to at least keep an eye on. And last but not least is CRM. CRM got smoked today. Literally lost over a month worth of buying Not a good thing. First close below the 50-day moving average. Definitely not a good thing. So if this thing confirms today's price action tomorrow, we could get a potential second day washout. So that's it, guys. Have a great night, everybody. God bless. I got to get to my daughter's game. And with God's help, I will see you all tomorrow. Take care, guys. Good night.